leave now, повинен зараз залишити. Second sprint, pile купа. Cheeky зухвалий, get off chest, виговоритись. Raisins, родзинки, what do you suggest I do, що ти пропонуєш мені зробити. Fetch, отримати, pop out do something, вийти, щось зробити. Cleverly argued election, I insist that something be done about the problem. Він полягає, щось було вирішено з проблемою. Roast, кабінет, sponge, губка, dimming це затемнення, виключити світло. Jet lag, it's from the last episode. Jet lag, це часовий пояс, різниця часу.
Jet lag, it's your state, it's your physical state after the flight you had. So it's poor conditions, your physical conditions, you're feeling well. We can render it by Ukrainian після перелітний стан. Like you're a bit tidy, you feel like, a bit exhausted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jen suggested that I should buy a car. Jen допомогла мені купити машину. Nuts, it's чокнутий. Goof around, це дурачитись. Jane suggested I buy. She запропонувала мені купити. I was surprised that I should said that.
Jane suggested I buy. Actually, yeah, I should buy or I buy, right?
Yes. I was surprised I should said that. If small amount, tell him and call him back. Що там все-таки подзвонить, скоріше позвоню йому. But if the situation should change, we'll let you know. Якщо ситуація зміниться, ми дамо тобі знати. Якщо це такі ситуація зміниться, ми дамо тобі знати. Okay, third sprint. In the course of jump, могутній, strata, шар, pose, викривати, формулювати. There are plenty of hotels in the town. You should be able to find somewhere to stay. Дуже багато готелів в місті, не буде так важко знайти, де зупинитися. Glimpse, проблиски, comfort, пояснити це, incentive, стимулюючий, sales triggers, показники продаж. You went to bed very late last night. Should you have gone to bed earlier? Delegated to, відноситься до, shattered, знищений. You have to be dealt with, повинен мати справу з. Wide-eyed, широко розплющений. They insisted that we should, вони наполягали, що ми повинні. Meadow, долина, grow high, behold, споглядати, inflatable, mattress, надувний матрас. I demanded that he should apologize. Я вимагав, щоб він вибачив, на його вибаченні. Голова керниця, stay up too late, довго не йти спати. For some reason, cheer up, підняти настрій. What do you suggest I should do, що ти пропонуєш мені зробити? Durable, стійкий, витривалий, stultify, нанівець звести. Flow out, витікати, adversity, нещастя. I demanded that he apologize. Я вимагав на його вибачення. I demanded that he apologized. Я вимагав, щоб він вибачився. Back, це манити. Cease, припинити. Tweak, регулювати, щепнути. What do you recommend I should do, що ти пропонуєш зробити? Gratified, задоволений. Exquisite, вишуканий. Pancreas, молочна залоза. It's essential that everyone be here on time. Це важливо, щоб всі були тут вчасно, or should be here on time.
So everyone should be here on time. All right. Here, translate those sentences towards those words you've added out of video recap task, I guess, right?
Yes.
Okay. Вони настоювали на тому, що потрібно взяти, щоб потрібно взяти губку.
They insist that I should buy a sponge.
Вони наполягали. So insisted I take a sponge, or I should take a sponge. There will be different ways. Okay. Good. Я вимагав від них відпочити після такого стану перельоту.
I demanded that they should have a rest because of the jet lag.
Because of the jet lag. Okay. Ти що, з глузду з'їхав? Чокнувся? Вони ж рекомендують нас на найкращій компанії.
Are you nuts? Nuts. They are the best in our company. Or
Вони рекомендують нас. Вони рекомендують нас.
they recommend that we are the best in their company.
Yeah, okay, good. So here. Угу. Що ж мені запропонувати тобі зробити, якщо ти не хочеш вибачатися?
Okay, what do you want me to suggest? For
What do you want me to suggest you should do?
You should do.
Якщо ти не хочеш вибачатися?
If you don't want to say, don't want to say sorry.
So if you don't want to say sorry, if you don't want to say sorry. If you don't want to say sorry. Or you don't want to apologize, rather, you don't want to apologize. Okay, good. So tell me, do you think that you're the guy who can pay first to apologize the page playing football? And if your game wasn't fair, if you treat some of those players playing against you, would you apologize first, or you would never admit your guilt first?
Yes, I think that I would be the first one who apologize, because of the being captain is and having a habit to apologize, to feel that you did something bad. It's a great habit, and yes, maybe the habit that maybe constructed the game to be well played, to be good.
Just to be a role model, right? To be a true benchmark, to be the man who people can take after, right? So yes. That's what you want to be. Okay, so
respect.
Just show the respect towards the rivals. Okay, good. So tell me the worst condition ever you had after your travel somewhere abroad, flying, was a long maybe travel time, and after getting to your destination, you've certainly been through this jet lag. And how would you describe it?
The jet lag. I remember that I have been to Copenhagen, and after return, I don't think that the jet lag was really like the time differences was really big. But because of the jet lag, because of being in the plane, I slept, I think that more than 12 hours after the jet lag.
So it was kind of a tiresome trip, obviously.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So the last time when you thought, oh my gosh, I'm nuts. I've agreed with something I never thought I would agree, and yet you said to yourself, come on, man, you got to try. If it's risky, maybe a bit dangerous. But you just you push yourself out of this comfort zone, and you decided to take risk with something, even though it was like not the thing to do.
Maybe the last time that I thought that I not when I changed my job, because it was a big step for me, and I was thinking about I've been thinking about this for a few days. And maybe I thought maybe I should not do this time, because of COVID time. Maybe I'm doing wrong because I'm not really sure about all the corners in the
consequences,
consequences and corners in the project. But everything is good now, so I did a good step, and I'm not nuts.
And you're not. It wasn't act of an not job. So it was just a great step, a big giant leap, as they call it, a great giant leap of humanity. You know, like the civilization development, right? So and
I have more experience.
Sorry?
I have more experience now.
Now you're really much seasoned and experienced because of this little giant step. All right, so let's proceed with the third sprint, and now we'll talk over the story. Shall we? Third sprint.
Boil down to, yes.
Yep.
Boil down to стись до. Back by почнеться irritable dirty левий. prone to anger, схильний до гніву. Used to be four cinemas in the city. Раніше було, окей, Were alone, плавання газонів, straying then, зміцніти, stringent, суворий, benchmark, еталон. Haven't had to use dog for ages, control over people, контролювати людьми. Utter, мовляти, intimidate, залякувати, elude, натякати. If the pain gets worse, you'll have to go to the doctor. Якщо буде гірше, то треба до лікаря. Poise, врівноваженість, untimely, невчасно, aching to, схожий до. Tangle up, запутатись. He took the umbrella, but he need have taken it. Збирати щось зробити, мати намір, lining up to buy something, писати через щось купити, be better off than, бути в кращому положенні, становищі, take after, успадкувати. I haven't had to put up early, I could have stayed in the bed longer. Painting, задишка, herd immunity, спільний імунітет, leadership, коли керівництво, encounter somebody, на когось наштовхнутися, studying hard for the exam, so should pass. Готовність екзамену, вона повинна його здати. Overconfident, надто самовпевнений, LK guy, сенс життя. Describe, зменшити злочинність, wear a helmet, вдягнути шолом, you must apologize, you have to apologize, тобі слід вибачитись, ти повинен вибачитись. Stow away, проїхати зайцем, presupposition or assumption,
Припущення.
I agree, I'm tired. If the pain gets worse, you have to go to the doctor. Якщо біль буде гіршою, то треба до лікаря. You should apologize, тобі слід вибачитись.
Great. So it seems that these words, they do belong to the script of the video. Have been provided as a homework package, right?
Yes, today's words.
Was like Ted Lasso, the fourth episode or something?
Yes.
Okay, so what would be going about today? So, what's part of the story?
Yes, in the episode we can see that our hero, Ted Lasso, he is on a plane with his coach, with his his friend, I think, and he was in the VC and he was returning to his seat in the plane, and we can see that there was a book on a seat called, I remember something about something Jack Kerouac book he was reading, and when we sat down, we can see that the man, a young man, a guy from England, I think, he showed him the video from last episode that we saw, the video of the celebration with his previous team, with his American team.
Right.
He showed it for him because he understood that there is the man that sit in this seat is the man who will coach the new team in England. Yes, so he decided to ask him to take a photo, but he said like, not let's have a selfie, but let's take a Aussie. One way to say in England, let's have a selfie, let's take a selfie. Why us? Because us.
Because Lasso tries to object, saying like, man, the place I am from, they don't speak that way. They say like still selfie. They say no. The reasonable, obviously, sensible way to say like us.
Us.
So it should be us.
More than one people in a photo. Yes, and then the young man, he started like to saying that he is a good man. He's a bit crazy because he's starting coaching to coach a football team without any experience, and also he said like they're going
bury you.
To murder you. Yes.
To murder you, sir. To murder and bury you
in England, and but he said that he is brave.
He already heard the song or something, like he said like he already heard this one, like maybe I'm wrong. He didn't say like that he already heard this. He has already heard it. Like I guess the words like, "What are you doing, man? Are you nuts? You're gonna be killed. You will never do that." He already heard it many times, right?
Yes. He said that he already heard, and he said that he's okay now. He's still dancing. Yes,
he's still dancing. Okay.
Still dancing. And now, when the man went out, took his seat. The manager um, like talked to the coach behind him, sitting behind him, and the coach, his friend, he was also reading the book, and it was a book about soccer, about football. And the manager asked his friend, hit me with a fun fact from this book, because you're like a sponge. You're reading book every day about football, investigating the game. And the manager, the coach, his friend, he said like the fun fact was that in England they're talking in England they say like sorry, forget this one. They say
What
like
are they saying in England?
into touch. They say into touch,
Uh-huh.
but in America they say out of the border,
Uh-huh.
or out of the bound, as you remember, out of the
We're
bound.
talking about American different English for the same game,
Yes,
like
yes.
soccer or football, or we're talking about the same technique or the same rule. I don't know what the rule is about, but for different games. So what did he mean here?
He mean that, for example, in football, when the ball is out of the borders, out of
Uh-huh.
the line of the
Uh-huh.
game, the player, he should like return the ball back into the game. Вернути мяч.
Uh-huh. Yeah, right, sure.
Yes, and in America they say out of bounds. Let's kick the ball out of bounds,
Uh-huh, right.
but in England they say kick the ball into touch.
Into touch, okay. Uh-huh.
Yes, the difference.
So we're still speaking about soccer. It's still
Yeah,
about soccer.
soccer. Yes, yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Nevertheless, I think this Ted Lasso has been the more even the American standard of this vocabulary. I'm not sure that he does actually know what it means within soccer because he's totally unaware of soccer rules.
Yes, yes. I think that he didn't know, and he said like, I will, I will pay you $5 if I like sneak that I don't know, that words into sentence, that he will ever use it while playing, while teaching the players.
Uh-huh.
So it was hard for him, like, to he didn't know all the differences, and he's still using um, the words from the previous type of game.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and
So obviously, yeah, he's the one thing which make me really very much stunned. Like the guy is so self-confident.
yes, yes,
He doesn't care. Like, come on, man, aren't you entering the foreign land? It's not even the land. It's like an entirely different civilization. Well, everything will be different. Like mentality, the game rules, totally everything.
yes.
And
He's
he's
not
not.
afraid. And
Yeah, and he's not about even to start preparing. Like, oh, got a lot of fun. I'm dancing. Everything will be all right.
yes,
That's a
he's not
negative thing.
afraid that maybe it's negative, but he take it with like a bit joke, like a
Yeah,
joke,
he's very
a
hilarious
smile.
man himself, and he doesn't take that much seriously. And maybe that's where he shows the superiority of soft skills over the hard
Yes,
skills. Because his coach is like, I think he's really much good at hard skills. So he's learning everything hard, and he wants to be super pro. And no matter what he wants to tackle, he wants to handle it well, right? And yeah, but maybe that's what really doesn't matter so much as soft skills. Of the lesson.
yes. And the next part of their conversation was that in one moment the manager Ted Lasso, he thought that he asked his friend, "Are we nuts? Or are we doing the wrong thing?" Because it's a big step for them also. And yeah, the man, his friend said that yes, we are nuts, of course. We are going to tackle the uh, unknown thing for us.
Mm-hmm.
They're teaching, they're reading books, but Ted Lasso agrees with him and said like it's okay, because it sounds like like riding a horse. So if you are comfortable while you are doing it, while you're riding the horse, you're doing something wrong. So maybe he meant that when someone riding the horse, it like a bit uncomfortable for him to ride the horse in correct way. To be like speedy, to have a good speed riding horse. So there's some technique to riding horse. So sometimes you should be uncomfortable at the first days when you're doing something wrong, to be out of comfort zone, and to
That's
give
what actually your experience was like. You push yourself out of the comfort zone. You enter the foreign land, etc., and now you are bigger than you never was, right?
yes. And yes, they had some words about it, and at the end of the conversation, they said like they are going to dim the cabin. Let's have let's have some sleep because of the jet lag. They will be very frustrated, exhausted at the morning. So they took their sit back again, and maybe a few seconds later, Ted Lasso said to his manager, to his friend, like when you are when you are when you will see a dream, and we will both be in a dream. Let's like go around in the dreams like we are strangers. We don't know each other. Like no, some fun fact before sleeping. It
He's very
proves that
childish, right? He's very much goof-like man.
yes, like he takes everything with smile.
Yeah, very much. Someone would say like it's very much infantile of him, but I do think that his childish attitude towards everything helps him out a lot to go through those stressful moments of life, right?
Yes.
So obviously he's undergoing the stress, even though he's good at pretending like everything's fine. I'm bigger than that, but I do feel that he's trying to solve his pressure issue this way, like joking.
And trying to cheer up himself, maybe.
Cheering up, and the other ones around him too.
And at the end of the episode, there was a moment when he took the phone from his pocket and yes, and look at the photo of his family.
Oh,
Because
that was touching. It was tearing, right? So
it seemed that he missing them both.
yeah, he's a family man. He's a family-centered man. It was something like a big value, something that he will miss a lot. Yeah, but and yet he is creating this privacy distance, right? He said like later on a bit of a spoiling thing here, but it seems we already covered more episodes than this one, right? He's been through a lot of seasons. Oh, sorry, one season, but through many episodes.
Yes,
So
in next
have you-
episodes.
So
Yes.
you watch following next episode. So the thing is here, he's trying to create this distance. That was his intention. He wanted to make it as additional condition for his wife to understand what their relationship matter, what it matters actually for them both, for her in the first place. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know about it.
You know, so you'll learn it. So we'll learn this kind of a storyline, very special. So you have to be attentive to this development later on. You'll get more. So let's proceed. I want you to go to the following patterns. No, words. Today's words. Let's revise today's words once again.
Words. I remind that he should apologize. Я вимагав, що він вибачився. Sponge. Це губка. Димінг. Затемнення. Jet lag. Це після
Стан після перельоту.
перельоту. Nuts. Чокнутий. Good round. Це дурачитись. Jane suggested me to buy. Sorry. Jane suggested I should buy.
Jane suggested I should buy. Okay. And translate the following statements. Тобі слід зменшити час навпроти телевізора.
You should like decrease time in front of the TV.
Yeah, it should decrease or reduce. That will be
Reduce.
dwindle, right? There's so many words. So we'll try to do this one. Ти мусиш вибачитися обов'язково, адже ти носиш його шолом.
You should apologize. Should apologize.
Or even must, like,
You
it's
must.
going tough for this man, like, come on.
Sure.
It's obligatory. So you must apologize.
Sure, for sure.
For sure.
Since you are wrong in the situation.
You're wrong, or you, тому що ти носиш його шолом.
Because you are wearing his helmet.
Because you're wearing his helmet. Okay, good so. Okay. Так що мені потрібно було встати і відійти, тому що він нам загрожував.
I should have stood up and gone because he.
Like I had to, right? I had to. In the past, якщо мені це було зробити, і я зробив, that one will be expressing by I had to.
So I had to stood up and gone.
I had to stood up and go away, тому що він не залякував нас.
Because he was
intimidating us.
Intimidating us, yes.
Він пригадується вже 20 хвилин, не може пригадати.
He's trying to recall that thing. He has been trying to recall it for 20 minutes and he couldn't.
So he's been trying to elude it, and there's one of the words which you don't use a lot, elude. He's been trying to elude it, but he can't, right? He's been trying to elude. Okay, so do you think that you wear a helmet? You should wear a helmet every time you cycle, or you're very much focused on safety rules and regulations? Who cares? It's just cycling. You'll never be hit. You'll never hit anyone else too. So cycling, that's not a challenge which intimidates you.
Like you mean riding bike?
Riding a bike. So we're talking about a bike riding, right? So would you wear a helmet then?
No, I don't have a helmet, but I'm thinking about it to buy it. It's expensive, but yes, it probably a good reason to buy it because I'm hearing every day some situations in Lviv, some occasions that could happen. So yes, I'm thinking about it, and maybe I'm a bit wrong not wearing a helmet when I'm cycling. But the reason that I'm not still buying a helmet, I think that I could have a riding like not on the road, but throughout like in a forget this one. Пішохідний прохід. Forget this one.
Okay, so it's crosswalk. Crosswalk?
Yes, I'm trying to avoid the road when I'm riding bike. It's a bit dangerous, I think, even with a helmet.
Even with the helmet, so even though there's a helmet, you try to avoid it. Okay, got it. Okay, so tell me, have you ever tried to reduce the time of your sleep? So maybe, you should sleep like full 3 hours. I mean, there are so many techniques nowadays available online, and that would help you to save a huge amount of time for a lot of football activities like learning Chinese, So, for instance, English is boring. So, what will be your technique to save your time for?
I think that it's an individual thing. I think that I also heard the lection about it, the lesson, because I tried to reduce the amount of sleep when I was a student. I wanted to do many things per day, and like I am still high.
I can't make it. I don't have time. I can't keep up with the schedule.
Yes,
I'm behind the schedule. Will be different ways.
Yes, couldn't keep up with the schedule, and also I wanted to do many things. And yes, I tried to sleep 5 hours per day, but it was very hard for me. I drank many cup of coffee each day, so it didn't help me. I think that I was very exhausted at the end of the day. Maybe the first and second day they were like enough. I could bear it, but the further days it was very hard. So I decided not to overload myself about with it, and like try to be normal with a normal sleep straight to.
So, and now you've just been back to the normal tracks.
Yes, but I also
Okay.
heard. Yes, I also heard some lections that it's very individual things, and all these books about how to be a successful man and sleep, 5 hours a day. It's very individual. So you may like hurt yourself
Uh-huh.
with these techniques, but it didn't help you. It doesn't help.
Doesn't help you out. Okay. Shall we proceed with the fourth sprint? Fifth, sorry. The fifth.
It's okay.
I'll have it shuffled.
Okay.
Ready, steady, go.
Tardy, повільний, запізнілий, sue somebody, позвати в суд, tax, вбивці, plain to your hands out, грати їм на руку, the bus is also expensive now, so you may take the taxi as well. Corner кутовий удар, check apart, розкласти на частини, revenue, вигода, дохід, склад присісти, the bus is not coming in the right time, we'll sell this product to, продасть цей продукт, голови розкладна ліжко, remedy, препарати, ліки, anchor, оповідач або якір, he said he had, він казав, що він мав, punitive legislation, каральне законодавство, skull, це що, череп, seamlessly, повільно, запізніло, seamlessly, це плавно, obtain tenure, отримати чин, might be going to Ireland in July, можливо, піду до Ірландії в червні, skirt, сукня, або спідниця, lurk, підкрадатися, crop, посів, the attorney, адвокат, leaves me not, come this evening, she's feeling bad, unbearable, нестерпний, draft up, скласти проект, looking the way long way into the future, дивити злеко майбутнє, ricochet, so I already might as well go, prong, щіплений зубцями, perception, сприйняття, derail, скосив, зіпсувати в останній момент, slightly improved, трохи покращилось, there might be not enough time to discuss everything in the meeting, можливо, не буде достатньо часу про це все поговорити на мітингу, regardless, я вважаю, goody, схильне дитя, move with times, рухатись з часом, it turned off, як виявилось, we are all in complete agreement, aren't we?
It turned out, right? So you made it faster. Obviously faster. Okay, and now translate the following statements. Я би теж міг знайти такий засіб від усіх хворіб, але не хочу.
Okay. I might have made the same remedy from all this sick хвороба.
Sickness?
From all the sickness as well. Yes, I might have made as well.
I might as well, okay. Okay, good. So, я, мабуть, поїду сьогодні вранці, тому що це нестерпно.
I might left you at the morning. I might left you in the morning because it's unbearable.
Because it's unbearable. Okay. Ти знаєш, таким успіхом ти міг би скласти документ і самостійно.
Okay. You might, I don't know, create a document or create a draft up as well.
My pattern is not really good. Like, it's so, like, for example, це так складно, що ти міг і сам скласти цей документ. It's so hard.
So hard, so you might create that as well.
Я збиваю постійно. It's not so hard, це не так складно, тому ти і сам міг скласти. It's not so hard.
It's not so hard, so you may create a document as well.
Or you might as well draft up this document, right? You might as well draft up this document, right? Okay. Okay, good. So here, так. Могло б бути достатньо часу, я думаю, могло бути достатньо часу, щоб підкрасти і зробити це.
It could be enough time, like to make it and
to work and to make it.
To work and to make it.
Which kind of conditions of life of yours you would consider to be unbearable when you were a schoolboy? Like, there were a lot of school homework. Homework. The school itself was very much unbearable. So, what would you find the most unbearable?
The most unbearable thing when I was school boy, no, maybe sometimes when it was in the last years of school, like 10th year and 11th, it was very hard for me because I had many lessons and homework, and also I had some additional lessons to prepare for the exams. And yes, I remember that because I was studying at the not in my hometown but in the nearby town. So it was very hard because I had those additional lessons in this nearby town, and every day I returned back to home, and for example at 6 p.m. So it was very hard for example in winter. So I was very tired, exhausted, and I also had to do many homework also.
Much homework. You had to do a lot of much homework, right?
Much homework.
Okay, good. So tell me, which kind of documents you would have to draft up, perhaps today or within the following week? Will be anything you need to draft up? Yeah.
Maybe I don't need to draft up something today because today is Sunday, but yes, I had some matters to do, so I had some plan for today to read for example, to some books or jak píznawalnie żurnale. Forget this one.
Okay, like informative magazines.
Yes, informative magazines like Kunst, for example.
No, actually, magazine is something about the glamour thing. So journals would be the best word, like journal, because it poses some scientific value or poses some informative value. Magazines mostly, no, they do pose some value as well, but most of them about something shoddy, about about gossips and celebrities' life. No value at all.
So journals is the best.
Journal like the genre that the people of science work for. They publish their articles in journals, and glamour journalists, they publish their stuff in magazines.
Magazines, okay.
Okay, good. So here, yeah. Shall we proceed? I want you to go to the sixth sprint. Let's shuffle. Sixth sprint. You ready?
Yes.
So, ready, steady, go.
Estimated розтрощений, flip somebody off. Вклади комусь середній палець, and utility bill, рахунок за комунальні послуги, society melody, соціальна хвороба. I wonder why Kate didn't answer my phone. She might have been asleep. Wave based to diffuse entire situation. Розрядити обстановку, cohesive, згуртований. Among the people, I was told that Kate wasn't meeting yesterday. She might have not known about it. Implication pід text within a year протягом року. Envisage, передбачення, diligence, старанність. I wonder why David had bad mood yesterday. He might have felt bad. The buses run every hour. Bus їздить кожну годину. Strict, суворий, hand in plaster, рукавиці. Sloan wasn't pleased at all. It may be true, it might be true. Це можливо правда. Scurry, складатися. Hoarse, хриплий голос. Crepitation, крепатура. Notice, нульові. Don't couldn't have been looking where he was going. Don't міг бачити, куди він рухався. Broken down into many parts. Робити на маленькі частини. Awkward pause, дивна пауза. Disagreements. Гоночна сорочка. I wonder why Sarah didn't ask my message. She might have not gotten it. Party of deal. Сторона договорності, underscore, нижнє підкреслення, period, період, крапка, answer my call, відпустити дзвінок, I couldn't find my bag anywhere, you might have left it in the shop, bury, поховати, withdraw, зняти кошти, зняття, commute, добиратися, чин, підборіддя, strange story, but it may be true.
134, like, same time.
Story, метушня.
Yeah, and the word, why was she failed is, how would you pronounce the word ховати, закопувати? How would you pronounce this one? Very. Okay. Yes. And now let's work a bit on your pattern structures. Цікаво, чому він почув про ці підтексти. Мабуть, він не був дуже уважним.
I
Цікаво,
wonder
чому він не
why.
почув про ці підтексти. Мабуть, він не був дуже уважним.
I wonder why hasn't he heard about those implications? I think that he was
No. That's what we suppose. Now, at this very present time of our being, we're trying to understand what actually happened to this guy in the past.
so
Він, мабуть, не був уважний.
he might have been
Unattentive. Okay.
and
He might not have been attentive. Let me put it in the opposite way. He might not have been attentive enough, right? He hasn't heard of this implications. He might not have been attentive. Okay. Я думаю, що він міг би. Я думаю, що це правда. Це могло бути правдою, і він дійсно міг таке от передбачити. Подивитися в майбутнє.
I think that it could be true. It may be true.
It might be true.
True. And
Міг таке от передбачити. З'явити в майбутньому.
might have
Envisage that. Okay. Envisage that. Okay. Ти, мабуть, не чув вчора, що в нього крепатура?
You might haven't heard that he had the crepitation.
Crepitation, окей. Так, він, мабуть, щось думав дуже довго, адже була незручна пауза.
He might have been thinking a lot. So it was this one, the awkward pause.
Awkward pause.
Yeah.
Awkward pause. Okay, good. So that what I want to ask you here. Do you try to envisage the future in different ways? And you imagine yourself like a few months away from now, a couple of months away from now. You create your own ideal man of the future, like iconic man you want to be, and then you always match yourself. You always try to compare yourself with the imagined one. Like, have you achieved this already? The thing which you envisaged like a year ago has been accomplished. Do you already look the way you imagine yourself being 1 year ago?
I don't think that I always like trying to imagine myself a year and next year. What I be next year? What the man I will be? But I'm trying to maybe to have some points. What I can what I can increase, what I can develop. So I think that at this time I could say that I started to being fit, to have some football matches every week. So it was my aim, I think, 1 year ago, because it was very hard for me to find the time, and also teammates. And I think that I did it well. I've done it already. So yes.
So you want to say that you play football like basically on a regular basis every day?
It's my achievement. Yes, not every day, but every week.
Every week, at least one
time.
At least once or 2 times, which is awesome indeed. And just because the frequency is not very high, and you're not getting any younger, so do you experience any crepitation?
Yes, of course. I think not every time, but yes, sometimes when I play for maybe 2 or 3 times, obviously I have crepitation after third time.
After the third time played, you would feel collapsing.
Yes.
You'd feel collapsing, being exhausted. Okay. Did it ever happen to you, experience the awkward pause like, I don't know, maybe you invited your girlfriend to the house of yours, and you know, you introduce her, and your parents like look at your girlfriend, look at you, and it was, you know, like, or maybe not. The worst thing when you were not inviting your girlfriend, you're invited by her to her house, and then it might, you know, like feel that you feel awkward looking at your parents, at the parents of your girlfriend. Have you ever experienced anything like that, like awkward pals, like nothing to say, and you don't know
Yes,
how to feel this one? But
of course. But it wasn't the story that you mentioned.
I guess it's like
Describe.
something out of my experience.
Yes, I think that my girlfriend always he has she has awkward pause when my parents came to our apartment, so she's trying to avoid them a bit. I don't know why, but yes, there is this awkward pause between them.
It
Maybe a
should
bit.
be. I mean, obviously, people like watching each other, like, okay.
It's
All right. It's been always like
uncomfortable.
that.
Yes, uncomfortable like situation for both
It's
of
just
them.
not much uncomfortable for both of them. Okay, good. So tell me, do you often read and see the same implications as your brother does? You share a lot of texts, you read a lot of stuff together, and do you see this exactly the very same applications which you can discuss, or quite often he doesn't notice the thing you notice, or vice versa?
You mean about some topics or articles?
Yep. Just the articles and
I
the.
think, I think that he's more educated in this way, and yes, he has more sources and like to find those articles.
Mm-hmm.
So I always only have time at the evening to find something
Mm-hmm.
to read something not related to my job, for example, or on a weekend. So I think that he always tried to send something interesting uh, to me, and it happened frequently, maybe from his side, not from my side.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So tell me here. Yeah, let's go to the section more.
Search more. Okay.
Section more, I want you to find. Oh, perfect match. Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2. All right.
On good days. Okay.
On good days, okay.
Arch. It's arch. Look at this one.
Arch.
Napolehaten.
Napolehaten.
Height. I was on the beach in Hawaii. Okay. Loud. Why is there so many problems? Be next to me. Next to me. Subconsciously підсвідомо. Arch to hide. Це намагатися приховатись. Okay, in most of ceremonies, більшості церемоній. Why is there isn't any parking lot? Notice, to notice, be in my side, бути в моєму полі зору, be out of my side, бути поза полем зору, until you drop, поки ти не здашся, поки не змучишся. What is it for? Who is it for? Yes. The majority of більшості, forbidden, забутий, stem for, брати коріння з, inferior, superior to somebody, нижчий, вищий за когось. What is it for? It concerns us. It concerns us. Це описує, це стосується нас.
Це стосується нас.
Creature, us, creature, це створіння, victim, пострадалий, brainwash, це
Промивати мізки.
Промивати мізки. How often is he there? Etch something into our minds, вбити нам щось в мозок, play major role, грати велику роль, shade поголений, blind, sleep prey, how far are they, waste beam, це смітник, handkerchief, це хустинка.
Хустинка,
card, шкіряний костюм, angry with me, злий на мене, how much love or money is there, stand beside, бути стояти біля мене, untidy, untidy, це такий неохайний, look around, подивитися навколо, despite, незважаючи на, all thought, хоча, Yes.
Although, gotcha. Okay, okay. And so I want you here. Hold on. Your questions to me based on the words in majority and forbid.
Majority.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, in majority of situations at home,
Mm-hmm.
who's a person in your house that your children try to to ask something or to help something?
Well, of course, they know that for their father, extremely busy, and they would never dare knocking on the father's office door because the father would shout back, "What are you doing, man? Don't you see your father is working hard?" No, they think that I'm just having fun, this moment, and they say, "Oh, father, would you play with us?" I said, "No, come on, I'm just recording this lesson now. How can you be knocking on the door?" Okay. Um, yes, so forbidden.
Forbidden. What is I don't know, what is a major thing maybe you notice that you forbid and you want to come back into your life, for example, some habit or some exercises.
The things which I do want to
So
forbid and
return
never
back.
let them, be back to my life practice. Right? I just don't want to let them happen again in my life. Okay, I'll tell you one. I've been already finally engaged in sport a lot, like this CrossFit, gym, regular attendance. I did realize there should be someone above me, someone who would, you know, just squeeze the bezel of me. Yeah, and I don't want to forbid myself the idleness, the time when I do nothing, saying no. What if I postpone it to next week? It should be once and for always, as you said, like on a regular basis. It's my
Mhm.
major accomplishment to play football every week. So this the same would be for my going to gym, attending gym regularly. Uh, okay, and stand beside me and untidy.
And tidy. Uh-huh. Do you remember maybe student days um, when you are maybe when you are sleepy in the morning, when you wasn't sleepy in the morning after a long night of studying, and like, did you spend time to look good, or you was untidy when you are at the studyings in the morning?
I just think that was different. And actually, being a young fellow, I wasn't that much disciplined as one should be. And I remember that my mother or my father always tried to readjust something on me, saying, "Come on, man, don't look like a hipster. Just you'll be seen by girls." Yeah, that's what they always told me. That.
Because in my case, the first years I was trying to look good, but at the last years I was like, who cares? I will
Who
be
cares?
tired. Yes.
Okay, who cares indeed? The love is not about your look. So untidy, and stand beside, something beside.
Beside, okay. I don't know. Do you remember maybe the man who was standing beside you in the gym, and for example, in school? Because when I remember, we had like Renika, forget
Line up.
line up every day when we had a gym exercises, like физкультура, forget
A gym
gym
class.
class. Yes, it was. I remember the guys that were standing beside me. Do you remember any?
Oh, I do remember the one. He was tough. On the one hand, yeah, and I also remember him bit demotivated to teach us. Maybe there were different years in his school career. Yeah, and we had a lot of fun to play football on our own. Oh, he gave us a lot of time allocated for playing whatever we wanted, and sometimes we had to pass those standard procedures, standard exercises, like jumping or 100 meter sprint run. So if we pass it, so the rest of the time we could play football. That was like favorite time of ours. Okay, good. So let's revise today's words once again.
Okay. I reminded that he should apologize і наполягав на його вибаченні. Sponge губка, dimming, виключене світло, затемнення, jetlag, стан після перельоту, nuts, чокнутий, goof around, це goof around, forget this one, це грати Jane suggests me to buy, suggested I should buy or I
should
buy.
buy. Yeah, or I buy. Well done. Thank you a lot for this
Thank
session
you.
recorded. See you next week. Bye-bye.
See you, bye.